Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. The market is recovering slightly, but more important, we have some very interesting crypto news to cover today. And before we continue on further, I have one question for you all, which is, do you care what billionaires think about crypto? Yes or no? For myself, I don't really care what any single billionaire in the world says about crypto because I know their story, and I know that this is the money for the quote-unquote poorer to basically get a chance or a shot at making it big. And for the billionaires, it's a lot less interesting, I guess. You know, it's technology that really very often goes against whatever they've built already. So no, I don't really care whatever they say. Having said, there was a little bridge into our topic for right now, which is going to start off here with Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett massive backing into RippleNet Bank. What is this? What is going on? And how are people getting manipulated by the title article or the title of the article? I mean, obviously, this is a very enticing title. Let us see. Warren Buffett's entire argument is in favor of Bitcoin. Is it April 1st? No, it's not. Brazilian digital bank gets a $500 million investment from Buffett Investment Fund. That sounds true, though. Warren Buffett knows about the things that are going on behind the scenes of digital assets, and furthermore, his entire argument in favor of Bitcoin is that he needs to protect his gold investments. But it all boils down to people like Warren is the money which he's going to invest. That's an interesting way of writing things down. So as far as I now get it, he basically just invested some money into this Brazilian bank. And that's basically what it comes down to. The new bank is a Latin American neobank and the largest financial technology bank in Latin America. Moreover, company has engineered offices in Berlin, Germany, Argentina, and an office in Mexico City. June of this year, Warren Buffett's Burt Warren Funds, Berkshire Hathaway, has invested $500 million into Brazilian challenging new bank, and therefore the Brazilian digital bank, new bank, has announced today that it has received a $500 million investment from Warren Buffett investment fund, Berkshire Hathaway. All right, so let's just stick with the story of this Brazilian-based bank was looking for some money. Warren Buffett put some money into it. And I guess since they're in some way, shape, or form a RippleNet member, people are finding this huge news. I guess I can understand where you're coming from. Then again, I believe Warren Buffett is also pretty big into Bank of America now. Yeah, I think so. And it's also a very big partner of Ripple's. So it's not a one-to-one, but I guess it's fun. This article is very, very bad in terms of quality, though. I don't like it. But the idea is, I guess, pretty nice. Having said that, guys, make sure you actually go down below and check out Bybit. It is the exchange I use for trading crypto right now. And you also get a 3.5% deposit bonus, which can actually turn into about $3,500 worth of free bonuses. Go ahead and check it out. A link is down below. And I'm trying to get to 40,000 subscribers this year still, with a little bit of help. Oh, I hear some crazy cars. It is definitely possible, so make sure you press that subscribe button and the like button if you are enjoying these updates. Then, again, a little bit more on the Ripple side, guys, because I found some of this stuff and I thought, hey, let me share it with y'all. Australia's regulatory report, which we covered yesterday, they were basically getting more and more excited about crypto and making some proper regulations, has actually been inspired by Ripple's technology-agnostic principle. Wow, that's pretty cool. So, America and Australia, while the former's SEC has filed a lawsuit against Ripple, the latter used Ripple's insights in a government report. You see, that's how it should be done. That's how it should be done. I like the animals right here. I don't want to speculate on the animal officially because I would say kangaroo, but some guy in the comment section is going to come back and say, no, it's actually an Oopa Loopa. I won't say what type of animal I think it is then. The Australian Senate's Select Committee on Australia as a technology and financial center report looked at diverse aspects of fintech development in order to provide regulatory recommendations. What's more, Ripple played a role in the same. It's a G-Day for Ripple. Ripple's head of public policy, Susan Friedman, took to Twitter to joyfully announce that Australian policymakers had included Ripple's technology-agnostic recommendation in their final report. To be specific, the report stated, the regulatory framework should be technology agnostic and should not explicitly or otherwise endorse any particular technology. In total, the report credited Ripple with 3 principles for developing Australia's regulatory framework for digital assets. The second was Ripple's recommendation that regulations think about a principles-based framework instead of a prescriptive one. Finally, Ripple pushed for a risk-based approach in order to keep the ecosystem secure, but also open to investment. And this is a very, very nice approach, right? This is very, very good to see. And Stuart Alderody of Ripple's legal counsel, I believe, also said, add Australia to the list of countries that have woken up to the fact that regulatory uncertainty must be tackled with sense of urgency to retain and develop jobs and growth in the crypto asset economy. Now, its senators are working with industry participants. Got to give them a little clap for that, right? Guys, I mean, come on. Got to give them a little clap for that. They've been doing their job. They've been doing their best. Very, very nice. Very, very nice to see. Now, I actually saw some criticism on my previous video where I talked about Stellar, because I basically said Stellar could find the same fate as XRP with a little bit less risk or more risk depending on how you look at it. It's just a different risk factor, but kind of similar. Now, this article here says that Stellar's XLM won't face the same legal issues in the US like Ripple did. Ripple and XRP are still battling with the SEC nearly a year after the lawsuit was first filed. Due to the inherent similarities between the target space of XRP and XLM, some speculate that the regulators might target Stellar next. XRP and XLM prices are both hinting at the possibility of a 100% ascent in the near future, and that's basically what I said. I at least said all of that. So, in my own opinion, because that's at the end of the day what kind of matters, is Ripple's XRP, Stellar's XLM, very similar in terms of technology. Very, very similar. If you want to talk about how it was actually, quote unquote, made, it's an interesting little discussion you could have right there. Or you want to talk about what type of company it is, interesting discussions. Because at the end of the day, I don't know if it really matters if it's a for-profit or a non-profit type of company. I think the SEC will come after you regardless of what the structure of your company was because you sold something to people in some way, shape, or form. I think they'll just come after you regardless of what your true intention was or if you're making money with that. Because as we all know, there are people making money with XLM at the top. There are. Even though it might not be a for-profit, you can, that's the fun part with nonprofits. You can still get a ton of salary, for example. You might not get actual stock increases, for example, but you can still get a ton of freaking revenue out of a nonprofit even. But that's besides the point. You cannot really give me any good reason except for it's a nonprofit instead of a for-profit as to why this shouldn't be hunted eventually. I just know they probably won't be sued in the same factor, at least as far as I know. You might also talk about some safe zones of stuff. No. I don't believe in any of that. What I believe in firmly is Stellar won't be sued until Ripple's case is over, basically. If Ripple's case is over and Ripple won, Stellar's going to be fine. If Ripple's case is over and they lost, Stellar's going to be hunted afterwards, and I don't think they're going to win. But again, that is just my personal opinion on the matter. It doesn't have to be true, but that sounds logical to me. No Shiba Inu for Robinhood, CEO discloses, as over 1 million people sign up for crypto wallet. Yeah, I checked this out and I don't know exactly what they're talking about. One of the things which I guess they state here is that Shiba already had a huge petition and Robinhood didn't kind of, list or make it look as if they're trying to list it right now. Then again, if we look at the logical perspective, Coinbase right now, the most traded coin on Coinbase right now is Shiba. If you think that exchange is going to let that go just for some principle, no, you're wrong. They want that money. They want the volume. They want the market, power, basically. Robinhood is going to list it eventually. It's just a matter of time, if you ask me. And I'm not exactly sure the price will pump all the way through that announcement. But I think once the announcement actually comes out, we'll at least see like a 20% pump or so. So, again, Shiba is definitely one to, I guess, hold because of the volume and the huge amount of people that are so interested in it. Then I just want to kind of get a quick little mention going here about this article. Tether and Bitcoin manipulation, what you should know. Long story short is people are speculating and thinking that Tether is not properly backed and Tether is being printed in such a way that it manipulates the Bitcoin price and so that Tether's guys basically have control over the market. Is this proven? No. Can we disprove it? No. It's a difficult one. We don't really know how it's backed, and there's been so many different audits, but all of them come out kind of vague. It's so vague. There's lawsuits going on. It's just an interesting little battle, but that's kind of what this article is about and what people are speculating. That's the biggest factor that's going to turn back into a bear market. If Tether comes out to have been faking it, or if somebody finds out that they've literally been manipulating the market, even though some state that it's a fact, some state that they do not know for sure. And I say it's pretty difficult to know the exact rules. And then IOTA, a crypto which I have bought years ago and never looked back at. Internet of Things, huh? IOTA steps into Ethereum and Cardano's territory with the launch of beta smart contracts. And I guess I haven't seen anything from them because they've been stagnant for a little bit. But right now, they made a really, really big step. I'm going to say because of this, they're pretty undervalued right now. They haven't really gone through much, but this is a really, really big change. Smart contracts can be tried on the IOTA 2.0 DevNet. Very nice, very good step. All right, am I going to use it? No. Is this a nice step into the right direction? Yes. And so it's a very, very big plus for IOTA. Giving it a thumbs up from the DustDBC here. And I like to cover just random crypto news as well whenever it's applicable, basically. And right now I find a good spot for it because, well, we had a lot of random things throughout this video, so it's all good. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today, as I think we have a ton of stuff coming. But don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out Bybit Exchange. A link is down below.